Wow, is this ours?
Wow! Okay, it's massive. It's huge. You're answering the first one, by the way.
Am I?
Totally.
Okay. We watched a documentary by the Hollywood actor Hugh McGregor and his friend Charlie Borman, and they traveled around the world on motorcycles. And we thought, wouldn't that be great if we could do the same? So we started off on motorcycles, and we traveled from the bottom of South America to the top of Alaska and then across the East Coast, and it took us 4.5 years. But we realized there was limitations to riding on motorcycles, i.e. you couldn't stay in remote places for very long because you couldn't carry enough food and water. So we hatched a plan to go from bikes to a truck, which means we carry a lot more food, a lot more water, and it means we can go further. So the idea of traveling in a truck was born because we realized that we could carry at least a week's worth of food, a week's worth of water. We would have a fridge so we could eat good quality food. So it seemed to make sense to go from 2 wheels to 4 wheels, which meant that we could stay out in these great, amazing landscapes for longer.
I don't want to take anything away from that bike trip, because that was one of the most empowering things that I feel like I've ever done. I passed my test, my motorcycle test, shortly before I jumped on that motorcycle and rolled onto the container ship, and then just learned by doing once we set off. But at the end of 21 countries and 80,000 miles, we just realised that this kind of overlanding lifestyle we want to maintain. If we transferred into 4 wheels with lithium, solar, fridge, onboard shower, and all the other trimmings that come with 4-wheel drive travel, we can then sustain ourselves for longer. Why did you turn that into a negative? Like, the bike trip was amazing. Like, it was the most empowering thing we've ever done.
They don't care. Do you want to answer the question? Do you want to do the question?
Oh, so limiting. Oh. Anyway, don't use any of that.
Oh, I'm liking this.
I mean, where to start?
I like the glass windows.
Yeah, tinted. Oh, solar panels.
Wow. I love the finish. I really like the matte finish.
So we're actually going to be able to, for the first time, enter the back of our Hilux as a camper, because up until now we had just a drawer system and we always had to eat and drink outside. So now we've got a place for tea and crumpets when the weather is shoddy.
Oh look, the floor.
That's the most exciting bit.
Oh, the floor goes up again, look.
So there's 2 trapdoors.
That's awesome. That means we can stand and have the whole space.
Get changed, have some privacy. You can hang out up there. I can put you in timeout. I can be downstairs pottering, cooking, lights, beautiful. Also, what happens when you unzip that huge
I think
skylight?
That's the skylight.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really cool.
So when all the rain is like pummeling down and bright night skies, that is going to be beyond brilliant. Woo! Do you love it?
I think it's great.
And is this the mattress?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice and firm.
Is it nice and firm?
Yeah, that's lovely. And
That's excellent.
Look at this whole wall of pockets over here. That's really nice. It's a 2015 Toyota Hilux, isn't it? Which we got in 2018.
That's not really answering the question, though.
Anyway, whatever, sorry. The reason why we're here at OK 4-Wheel Drive is we are getting the Alu-Cab family ModCAP camper installed on our vehicle, along with a host of other upgrades to bring Rhino, which is our Toyota Hilux, to its latest iteration. It's going to be like Rhino reinvented, or Rhino 2.0. He's going to get some serious upgrades and become the best overlanding version that we can think of right now.
Before, we had a rooftop tent, which meant that we were always outside. So when the weather was bad, we'd have to cook outside. And unfortunately, because of the configuration we had, we couldn't even have an awning because there wasn't enough room. So we were definitely just out in the weather. So this is going to revolutionize our travel. So if the weather's bad or it's really cold, we can actually be inside. So for me, it's going to be a game changer. you know, we've got a space, even though it's quite small, we've got a space that we can be out of the weather. So
and have tea and crumpets.
That's going to be
without getting rained on.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
No more sleeping in the front seats.
It'll actually be life affirming to be inside warm with a roof over our heads. The whole lot this time. It's a one-stop shop. It's a true home on wheels, isn't it? There's a few things that I'm really looking forward to about this particular camper. This whole downstairs upstairs feeling, which we have not had before. The idea that one of us can be, you know, asleep upstairs, the other can be, you know, pottering downstairs, working quietly on our laptop. So many options because of that upstairs downstairs feeling. There's a lot going on actually. Yeah, there's many things I'm really looking forward to about this setup. Oh, I just been told we're going to open this thing up for the first time and make it into a proper house.
I am ready. This is the moment of truth. Here we go.
Easy, tiger. It's too heavy for him. I got no chance.
There we go.
That's fancy, isn't it?
Look at this, our new home.
It's civilized. That's all. I don't know what a better word is. I love the colour of the fabric. It's so chic, slate grey. It's beautiful. It's got bits of aluminium in it, which means it's reflective and keeps it cooler in hot temperatures. Wow, it's up and it's out.
This is phenomenal.
It's tall, hey?
It's tall. I'm so pleased with it.
It's got a lot of standing room, I think, for shorties like us.
I'm lost for words.
I know, I'm a bit overwhelmed. You couldn't swing a dead cat in our last rooftop tent, and look at this. Look how huge it is on our little Hilux. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the first year, we're going to be concentrating in North America. So we'll probably head down to Baja because it's still early in the season, so to get some warmer weather. And then we'll be heading over to the west side of the US and Canada, going up into Alaska, maybe back into Canada, up into the Yukon. And then after that, it's heading south. So we'll be looking at South America and then possibly into Africa.
A giant square up through the African continent, into Europe, back to the UK. We're calling it the Mega Transect. We are finally at now the last 10% of the build, which I feel like always takes the longest, doesn't it? Just to get all those finishing touches complete. We are working on the build for the rest of today and tomorrow. So hopefully by the end of tomorrow we'll have reached as far as we can go with it. Then it's straight off to Colorado to get the next stages of the build complete.
I can't thank OK Four-Wheel Drive enough. It's just beyond what I expected.
It is just beyond. That's perfect. It's beyond. I'm so grateful for you.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
We have a website, fourwheelednomad.com, all spelled out. We've got a YouTube channel, Four Wheeled Nomad, Instagram and Facebook, also Four Wheeled Nomad.